Farewell then, Joe Bugner. Someone who the obituaries I've read, and they're right, was a kind of perennial trier. But let me add something else. Someone who, as a boxer, was really honest. The picture I remember of Joe Bugner, and I was only young, was of him training. I think he was jumping rope, and he was absolutely, from top to toe, slathered in sweat. And I thought, that's the kind of thing that boxing does. And then proceeded to train in that way, because that's what you want, isn't it? You want to be all in. And Joe Bugner was. And you could say, okay, he did take, well, I mean, he beat Henry Cooper. He took Muhammad Ali to quite into the deep waters, really. And yet no one ever thought he was going to be a fantastic champion. He wasn't that kind of fighter. He was durable, and you really wanted him to try. You really wanted him to have a go, which is, it's quite apposite that he was beaten and stopped in 1987, I think it was, on his second opportunity by Frank Bruno, another lovable trier, who then appeared in Panto and Ari and all that kind of stuff. And we didn't want him to be a winner. We had Lennox Lewis for that, someone who wasn't actually supposedly English. So it's not the English way to be someone who wins all the time. One of the reasons why Tyson Fury is so lauded, because he doesn't win all the time, even though he thinks he does. But Joe Bugner had two opportunities. I mean, he had an opportunity in the early 70s, and then he came back again in the late 80s. Now, George Foreman did that famously and did very well. Joe Bugner not so well, but for him to come back in a heavyweight world is extraordinary. And I know that he wasn't particularly well in the last years of his life, and I know dementia took him, and 75 is not a very old age, but it is if you're a heavyweight boxer, I think. And people seem to overlook Joe Bugner, but he had two really excellent patches of heavyweight boxing, and he was up there with the big boys. And even though he wasn't the king of the world or anything like that, he was someone who we will remember and who was very well liked. And that perhaps means even more. Ta-ta.